Well, it is a cold start to the morning, but not as chilly as what it's been the last few days. But meteorologist Clay Smith says all that is going to change, right, Clay?
Yeah, that's right, Michelle. In fact, these temperatures right now are going to feel like a nice spring day compared to what's coming later this afternoon and tonight. Generally, we're in the mid to upper 40s. So initially stepping out the door, it's not really all that bad. We still have winds out of the south, so the cold front hasn't approached or passed through just yet. As soon as we get that wind shift from the south to the north, that's when you know it is about to get really cold. And here's a look at your satellite radar. Front still probably a little further to the west, but still it's coming through pretty shortly, bringing some rain to the Gulf Coast. For us, we're dry. We had a couple sprinkles overnight, but this is going to be some big time cold air coming for the next 2 days. And again, you're going to really start to notice a little bit later this afternoon. That cold front is going to bring in some Arctic air straight from Canada, straight from the source. And it's going to come all the way down to the southeast by the time we get into your Friday morning. And here's a look at your hour by hour. So again, we're starting off the day in the 40s, but by about mid-morning, we're going to be down into the 30s. That's when it begins. And by the time we get into the afternoon, winds pick up, temperatures continue to drop, and we'll be in the 20s by the time the sun goes down here in the valley. Of course, our mountain communities going to be even colder than that. And then tonight, here's a look at your overnight lows. This is without the wind. It's generally going to be in the teens and lower 20s area wide, but you add in the wind, of course, it's going to feel a lot colder than that. So here's the setup today. Cold front to the south, rain to the south as well. That cold air coming in from the north, going to be a lot of lake effect snow coming in to places like Michigan, New York, up into parts of Illinois as well. You're going to really get that snow machine kicking up. For us, we're not expecting any wintry weather, but it sure is going to be very cold as we move into this afternoon and going into your Friday. That cold air going to penetrate all the way down to the Gulf Coast. So this is going to be a serious shot of cold. Not going to last too long, but look at these wind chills. By the time we get to the 1 o'clock hour, it feels like 29 outside in Chattanooga, 16 in Altamont. Again, this is the middle of the day. We're going to have some sunshine out there, so that just tells you how cold it's going to be. And then tonight, as soon as the sun goes down, you already know it is going to be very cold. Look at this, 2 a.m. wind chill of 11 in Lafayette, 8 in Blue Ridge, 9 in Athens. Even colder by the time we wake up Friday morning. So if you don't have to be out too early on Friday, or if you have a work from home day, it's going to be a good day to cash it in, because this is going to be some dangerous cold out there if you're going to be outside for long periods of time. So all of my outdoor workers, make sure you're layering up before you step out today and then again tomorrow. And remember the 4 Ps. Make sure you're heating your home safely. Check on your people. Make sure they're okay and they have a warm place to stay tonight. Bring those pets inside. It's going to be too cold for them. Move in your potted plants. If you don't, they're not going to be your plants anymore. They're going to be dead. And here's a look at those pipes. You want to cover those up as well, or leave a little bit of a trip the next couple of nights as those temperatures drop down into the teens and 20s. But you know, if you're not a fan of the cold, which I don't think anyone likes this kind of cold, it's just too much, but we are going to warm up. In fact, by this weekend, highs in the 50s. And look at Monday and Tuesday. We're going to be approaching the 60s again, and it does look like some rain chances are going to come back into the picture as well. Monday into Tuesday, no severe threat, but we could pick up upwards of 2 inches. This will begin Sunday night, and then by Monday morning, we're going to have a wet commute. This will continue on and off throughout the day, maybe tapering off during the evening, but it does look like it's going to stay relatively active for the first part of next week. Could have some more showers by the time we get into your Tuesday, and maybe lingering into your Wednesday as well. Could have another low pressure coming up. So it looks like we're going to enter more of an active pattern next week. We could use the rain, which is certainly good news, and potential rainfall 1 to 2 inches still. So it looks like we're going to get a good soaking early next week. But of course today, falling temperatures, wind chills dropping into the 20s this afternoon. Going to be breezy tonight, bitterly cold. Overnight lows of 21 here in Chattanooga. Some of you dropping down into the teens. Wind chills much lower than that. Friday during the afternoon, it warms up a little bit, but still going to be very cold with highs of 41. And then we start that rebound by Saturday with highs of around 50. And then, of course, we'll be tracking out some rain chances as we get into early next week. But Michelle, this is some serious cold. It's going to be tough getting up tomorrow.
Yeah, it is going to be very tough. All right. Thank you, Clay.